Yeah, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I don't think this is the win out for you. I don't even know if Warwick 3 doesn't even top 2 you here, I don't think.
Welcome back to another Alvado video. Now in today's video, we're going to be watching a game played by Alvado. If you do not know who Alvado is, he once got noticed in Setsuko's chat. Nah, but for real, look at the skin that I'm rocking right now. There's no way that it's a coincidence that as soon as I hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, that TFT decides to put an owl skin, 6 owl skins. Now, if 8.5 comes out tomorrow, and if you aren't hyped for 8.5, then hopefully I can change your mind with this video because the ending of this game is actually insane. Now, let's get into this video. So first of all, this is a challenger lobby. If you look at the people on the right side, it is PvE, so there's like a bunch of weird accounts in here. We got lab member 1, lab member 3, lab member 5. You also might notice Sub-Zero Arc over there. He's a self-proclaimed rival of mine. He also makes a lot of TFT commentary YouTube comments, like commentary videos. So we were shown 111. This honestly is probably one of the most bedge openers that you can get in 8.5 because the only new 1 costs are Lucian and Pantheon, and both of their hero augments aren't like that crazy. Lucian's is like kind of interesting, but it's, I don't know. It's not like that anything like too new. With the Lucian one, you can play like Lulu Lucian. I mean, with the Pantheon one, you can play like Pantheon Lulu reroll because they're both 1 cost heart units. And then you just like stack you know, tank items on Pantheon or something. I've seen people have some success with builds like that, but it's nothing like, you know, crazy. But it is like, you know, it's an interesting comp that you can play. Now, I had a Blitzcrank too, and I didn't really know what direction I wanted to take. So I just kept rolling until I saw something that I thought made sense, and I just got Blitz Grab. Now, there's basically 2 strategies that you can employ when you're in these 111 hero augment lobbies, and it's either you utilize one of the broken ones, like the tempo ones or the gold generation ones, which is essentially just the gangplank. But, you know, what comes to mind as far as tempo is like this Blitzcrank one, where this Blitzcrank hook is very powerful. It's going to help me win fights, all of that. That's exactly why I leveled to 5 right here on 2-3, because I know that a lot of people are probably going to employ the reroll strategy. You can see right here, Sub-Zero Arc, he's playing the Gangplank Flaming Ricochet reroll. So yeah, there's basically 2 strategies when it's 111. You either stay with what most of the lobby is doing, which is probably, you know, staying low levels, rerolling a 1 cost, or you utilize something like Get Paid, the GP augment that generates gold, or like Blitz Grab, or like just some of the other tempo ones. Like the Lucian one is the new one, and that one is the one where it gives you experience for every single time he casts. So if you get like a really early blue buff Lucian, then you can just generate like a bunch of experience, and that can often get you to level 8 very quickly. And you know, the way the strategies work is that hopefully you're streaking, which is why I also use the lesser champion duplicator on my Camille here. You can see that the carousel was a glitch carousel. That's something new to set 8.5, and it came along with an extra item, which was this lesser duplicator. Now you might be going crazy thinking, why am I using this on a Camille? Well, you can only use duplicators on 1, 2, or 3 cost champions anyways. I had a Camille pair, I want a streak, so I just ended up using it on the Camille. Now, because I have this Blitzcrank augment, I'm thinking, how do I play this on my final board for it to make sense? And so Warwick is a new champion. I have 80 items. I have this Last Whisper, and Blitzcrank has the exact same traits as Warwick. Warwick has Admin Brawler. Warwick also has Laser Core, so Warwick's triple trait, Blitzcrank is double trait. And so my game plan is essentially to just try and play around Warwick. Now I lose my streak there, and it definitely kind of hindered me, but I'll catch you up to speed later on. There's not too much more that happens, and I'm just gonna skip to the 3rd augment. Okay, so here we are on Wolves, right? So I said I was gonna skip to the 3rd augment, but I want some time to catch you up to speed. So First of all, you can see that I found a Warwick. You can see how my board is kind of coming together. I want to make a 4 admin, 4 brawler, plus like 2 defender board, and then I want hacker. So you can see I finally am able to get 4 admin in here. And my admin is every 5 seconds, your admins gain 20% AD. Now they had to redo a lot of the admins because Soraka is no longer in the set. It's now Warwick. So a lot of the AD admins were kind of bad, and they kind of had to flip the like how they balance the admins, because instead of Soraka being, you know, the premier admin carry that deals AP, now Warwick is the premier admin carry and he deals AD. So 20% AD every 5 seconds is not that strong, and then I got the 4 admin in that allows me to get 20% AD every 5 seconds twice, so I get 40% AD plus 30% or whatever 4 admin gives, something like that. Basically, my Warwick is just getting a bunch of AD over time, so it benefits me to stall, which is also why I went for Second Wind as my second hero augment, and which is also why I'm trying to play, you know, vertical brawler instead of trying to include laser core into this comp. So if AD over time isn't good for Warwick, then what is the best admin for Warwick? Well, first of all, the on-ally death admin is still very powerful and is essentially the one that you almost always want still. But instead of wanting, you know, on-ally death gain mana or AP, in the same vein, you want on-ally death gain attack speed or AD. Because Warwick obviously doesn't care that much about AP or mana, but, you know, attack speed, he gets insane, AD, he gets insane. So all that is very powerful. I'm pretty sure they still have not fixed the bug where your Hacker counts as a unit. So that's another reason why on-ally death is so strong, because you're guaranteeing getting 1 ally death as soon as the fight starts if the Hacker goes in. It's probably not a bug, because like they might have fixed it by now if they didn't want it to be intended, I guess. But some other powerful admins include on kill. If you get on kill, gain attack speed, gain AD, gain HP, that can help in Warwick's survivability. You can see that I went for Earth's Grab Bag 2 here instead of I was given Earth's Grab Bag or Admin Crown, and I didn't want Admin Crown because I had no use for Hand of Justice, and I just wanted, you know, better components. So I went for, you know, the Earth's Grab Bag, and I'm able to get this 4 admin, and you can see how my comp is coming together. Level 8, I'm able to fit in mech plus 4 defender plus 4 brawler plus 4 admin. I'm giving the admin to Garen, so he's also benefiting from the AD over time. If you can get this Garen and this Warwick to stall for very long, then even this Warwick is going to, you know, I mean, even this Garen is going to turn into like a demon in the late game. Now he's, you know, it's still a Garen 1 with 0 items, but if I'm able to, you know, itemize this Garen and get a Garen 2 while giving him mech, then he's going to be able to, you know, win fights on his own. Also, mech pretty strong with Warwick, because exactly like how, you know, assassin units are strong with very strong single solo frontliners. If you ever played in Dragon's meta, like Xiaoyu heavily benefited from very powerful, strong frontliners that never, you know, never dropped aggro, because the whole point of melee carries is that the downside is that they have to be in the battle, right? They have to be in the fray, so they're more vulnerable. But if you have a solo frontliner that is just never going to die, then they're not going to get aggroed anyways, and they can do their job. So I choose to make Sunfire and Redemption here over, I believe, like Redemption plus Bramble, or Redemption plus Titans. It was the other option. I think I needed anti-heal more, and even though Titans would have made my Garen more of like a secondary carry, like I said, I just really need him to tank. Warwick is still at the end of the day my main carry. And I'm rolling extremely aggressively here because I just want a Garen 2. You can see I found more Leonas than Garens on my roll down. And I'm rolling all the way till 0 because I still have upgrades and I still just want this Garen 2, but I'm able to find a 6 Warwicks on the way, or like as I'm rolling. Now, the last admin that I didn't talk about, I've been kind of jumping around here, but the last admin that is good with Warwick is on cast. Warwick actually casts a pretty good amount because whenever he gets a takedown, he gets like some form of mana generation, or something happens where if he just kills a unit, then he just jumps to the next unit. It's like part of his passive / ability, whatever. You can see how I'm kind of positioning here. By the way, this is Sub-Zero Arc. His board kind of looking like 7 days right now. That means it's weak. Just kidding. He almost ends my career. But this Warwick, I mean, look at this Warwick. He just does not stop. You get a Titans on a Warwick, and Titans not only makes him deal more damage, but he also, his AP scaling involves getting Omnivamp. So the more AP Warwick has, the more healing he does. So if you don't have anti-heal for a Warwick and they get max Titan stacks, then they're not only going to be dealing a ridiculous amount of damage, but they're also going to be, you know, healing it back up. And that plays a massive role later on in the game. Now you can see here, whenever I'm positioning, I'm always making sure that my Garen is on the same side of my Warwick, exactly like how I was talking about. Like imagine this Jhin, right, is on my Garen, and the only way for this guy to win the fight is if he kills the Garen before the Warwick kills his Jhin. But that's like never gonna happen. Now obviously Jin's targeting doesn't work that way, but all I'm saying is, you know, if you can't get through the Garen, then you're not going to be able to start attacking the Warwick in the first place, and the Warwick is just going to clean everything up. And then also in tandem with this, the Blitz grab, it's making it really hard for my opponents to exactly know where they want to position their backline units, because they're not only scared of getting Blitz grab, but they're scared of, you know, this Warwick getting hackered in onto specific backline units. They don't want to corner, because if they corner, they'll get grabbed. They don't want to, you know, not corner, because if they don't corner, then they're going to get targeted by my Warwick. So it's a bit of like a catch-22 here. Also, Shen, one of the new units, he's a 3 cost. He's a defender, hacker, infinity unit, which is why I have hacker in. You can see all these synergies are working very well together, because LeBlanc, you know, is the 4th admin that I need, but she's also giving me hacker, and then I get the 4 brawler with Riven and Shen, and I'm rolling it down here for, I don't know, I think I just know that I'm probably not going level 9, so I just roll it pretty deep here to try and see if I get any more Warwicks to consider going for Warwick 3, but I don't hit a single Warwick outside of the, you know, the 6 that I already had. And you can see I take a pretty hefty loss here. So, I mean, I kind of understood that my win con was Warwick 3, but at the end of the day, I haven't played that much Warwick, so I don't know how strong Warwick 3 is to begin with. And if you caught me scouting this guy's board right here, you may have noticed that he already on 6-2, he has a Viego 3 and a Jhin 3. Now he doesn't have like perfect items, but that's still 2 Renegade 4 cost units with 3 items that are, you know, 2 3-star 4 costs. I mean, if that happens, you should just like win the game outright. That does not happen. Now this is a prismatic lobby, and I'm pretty sure, if I'm not wrong, his prismatic augment was golden tickets. That's, you know, it plays a role. Because obviously he's like down a prismatic combat strength, but if his combat strength is being made up by getting 2 3-star 4 costs, then he's obviously not down a prismatic augment. We can see I'm fighting against what looks to be like a 5 gadget team player. That comp is, I don't know how that comp plays out now that Gnar is a unit instead of Zoe. Plays a lot differently for sure. You can see it's top 3 situation here. As soon as we get to like the final fights, I'm going to slow it down, but for now, just figuring out what I want. I go for Ginsu. I have a lot of extra items because of Earth's grab bag, so I have 3 item Garen, 3 item Warwick, and practically 3 item Shen, and then now I finally have 3 item LeBlanc. And I'm able to hit this Warwick as soon as I'm about to fight the other guy, and I just kind of do a middle positioning to just not just play it as safe as possible. And I check Warwick's stats right there, and I notice that Warwick 3 does not only gain, you know, obviously like copious amounts of damage, but his Omnivamp scaling goes from like 20% base all the way to like 80%, something ridiculous. So essentially with my Warwick build, all I need to do is get to max Titan stacks, and his Omnivamp goes to something like 90 something percent because of the extra AP. And you can see kind of exactly what happens in this fight here. I actually end up dodging the Jhin because I don't want the, you know, I want to make sure I kill everything one at a time. Also, like I said, not really the best items possible. His Viego has Hodge, Spark, Warmogs, and then his Jhin has Ginsu, IE, BT. So he's lacking damage on both of these units, and you can see that's exactly what is able to get me to win, you know, the first fight that I need to win in order to win the game. And yeah, I mean, 18k, and I'm healing like 90% Omnivamp off of that. I wish I checked the healing, because he's probably healing, what, like 10k or something? If he's healing for every damage point. And yeah, so the Jhin items, Ginsu, IE, Death, or Bloodthirster. Bloodthirster obviously doesn't provide that much damage. It's mostly just healing item, defensive item. And then Ginsu's not very good with Jhin because Jhin, he has capped attack speed, and he gets more damage with more attack speed. But an item like Ginsu is just not very efficient. If you had, I don't know, let's say like 50 Ginsu stacks, then maybe it would be equivalent of like a Deathblade. I don't even know why I said that because I have no clue what the numbers are. But just know that he's not getting that effect where, you know, he's like attacking like really fast towards the late game. He's just getting like, you know, some more damage in the late game. So it's like, it's just not good. And then Viego, you know, obviously Warmogs and Hodge, he doesn't have any like AP boosters, he doesn't have any crit items. I kind of wanted to remove these items here and give my Warwick QSS because I felt like if my Warwick just never got stunned, because he has what? He has a Syndra, he has a Fiddlesticks, he has an Alistar. If my Warwick can just never get stunned, then I'm almost certain that I would just win the fight because, I mean, yeah, look at this. He's healing 300 per auto. The last fight didn't even look that close, and this fight didn't look like he's healing 500 per auto. This fight even looks even less close. Like, I think a lot of people thought Warwick was bad, but I don't know. I mean, they actually just buffed Warwick 3 as well, so maybe Warwick 3, you just get him and you just never lose. It's not every day that you get to see 3-star forecasts in one lobby, and it's also definitely not every day that you get to see a player with 2 3-star forecasts lose a game, but I guess Warwick is just that much better. I'll be streaming some set 8.5 tomorrow, so tune in if you want to see some more gameplay. Like the video if you liked it, and I'll see you in the next one.